Previously on Dances with Dice, when last we left our heroes, Finian, the halfling artificer, Felix, the human bard, and Theo, the satyr fighter. Our heroes had been sent on a journey to seek out smugglers down at the Evercrown docks. A little bit of reconnaissance and snooping has revealed a smuggling operation beneath one of the warehouses. As they descend deep into this dark abyss, what new dangers await our heroes, as mysteries and danger await around every corner.
All right, you guys find yourself in this. You find yourself in this hideout. The walls, again, about 150 feet by 50 feet. You can hear the sound of water kind of lapping against the side of the dock, so you're definitely below sea level and water level, and you can feel it with the dripping of the water down the walls. There's a strange, like, thick, oily substance mixing with the stagnant, small, like, puddles that are around you. This has clearly been used for many things before. You can see, like, dusty and cobweb-covered skeletons in, like, distant corners. There's some sort of magical light source that is illuminating this area, though you can see sconces with old burnt torches within its walls. I would like everybody to please roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception.
Percepo. Checo.
Since I'm not allowed to roll dice anymore, how do I do this in roll 20?
I think you can just click the skill,
Alex,
right?
roll your fucking dice.
It's okay. It's okay. I got an 8.
Well, I mean, it works because I don't actually have
16 plus.
space to roll dice right now. So
okay, yeah, just click on the number.
I have a modified 19.
How do I look at my character sheet in D20?
Hi, Django.
In a while.
Yeah, you just click on the numbers. So find your perception and then just click on that.
No, you have to do it in D&D Beyond.
In D&D Beyond.
Yeah, go find perception and click on the number that's next to your perception.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. This is why
pretty good.
D&D Beyond needs to sponsor us, because we basically are giving like a how-to guide.
Yeah. Okay, so what was that, Alex? An 18?
Yes.
Okay. So, Felix, you're just kind of like, what the fuck is that? Where are we? Why is it greasy? Like, why is underneath a building greasy? That shouldn't be possible. What'd you get, Theo?
19.
19. Okay. Theo and Finian, you guys hear like a dull humming, vibrating sound, almost like an engine of some kind. Not mechanical, but like it's like almost like a vroom, vroom, sort of like a pulsing vibration, sort of that's like you can subtly feel it throughout this building. In front of you, you see a door about 40 some odd feet ahead of you. And then the only other entrance is the sort of chute you came down to enter here. What would you guys like to do?
Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say maybe. So which which one of us do you think is the most? I mean, I am the smallest. Do you think I should? I'm fairly quiet. I think I should go first.
It suddenly became grayscale. Is that normal?
No,
Grayscale?
that's you, bestie.
Rule 20. Oh, nope. Yeah, it's just for some reason it's grayscale in here. For me. Oh well, that's fine. I can still see everything. It's just suddenly grayscale. That's okay.
Can I examine the globe thingy?
Certainly.
It's on the ceiling, but like as much as I can like look at it from afar.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check. Hannah, try refreshing the page. I don't know. Actually, this would be our investigation or arcana. I realize that
that is the same modifier, 17.
Okay. It looks like a slightly more advanced dancing lights sort of spell. Like it looks like it's like instead of having like a torch, it's just a magical lantern of some sort.
Okay. And what were these over here? Are these actually
in the corners, you see they what were once broken down like jail cells of some kind, but like the doors have rusted away. They're like you can see like the iron framework still remains, but like the doors aren't there anymore. Several of them are like kind of busted in. There's like again very old skeletons in there that have been like picked clean and that sort of thing. But like this area you are in, it looks like it might have been a holding cell at one point.
Okay. And this you said was the chute, or
no? That is the thing in the center of the room is like this glowing sort of lantern.
Oh, okay. All right. He's gonna go over here and inspect the door.
Okay. It's a wooden door. You kind of like push on it. You don't feel a lock at all. It appears to be unlocked.
It looks like the door is unlocked. Should we just?
I'm gonna press my ear up to the door and see if I can hear anything.
Roll a perception check.
I don't want us to die in this room, guys.
I prefer not to die at all.
19.
19. You don't hear anything, though you do hear as you get closer to the door that sort of vibration-y sound. It appears to grow stronger. But you don't hear any scuffling about or footsteps or anything like that. It's just there's no discernible sound of at least people in the next room.
All right, I'm gonna look at the other two, and then I'm gonna put my hand on the handle and see if it's unlocked.
As you put your hand on the handle, and it swings open, and you can step into the next room.
Good job, team.
Oh, we're doing great.
And in the next room, you see a square room, smaller, very much a portal, about 25 by 25 feet, so about 50-foot square. There are 3 doors within this room, and those same sort of magical little sconces on each wall. There is a door directly in front of you, and 2 doors that lead to the left and right to different areas of this sort of hideout. As you enter the room, the door from the north, so directly ahead of you, you can kind of hear the vibration sound. It appears to grow louder in there.
Vibration. Oh, sorry.
Have I don't know. Vibration sounds like something. Is that something that? Can I make a check to see if that's something that like I might recognize?
You rolled high enough to like. It's not mechanical. Okay. You can tell from the sound it's not mechanical. There's no moving gears. There's no moving parts. There's no like telltale like rhythmic repeated vibrations of like say a machine part moving back and forth doing its job. Like you've worked with machinery. You know what tools and machine work sounds like. This is not it.
Roger.
Roll me a history check, Finian.
History. That's where my thing is. Yay, 24.
You feel like you might have heard something like this at one point in school. Like you remember like there was, because it was a mix of both, you know, sort of engineering, like mechanical, physical engineering, but mixed with magic. So there were often times that classes overlapped and things like that. You can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel like you remember like this sound, or at least this like sort of vibration pattern. This sound feels familiar to you, as though at some point you've experienced something similar, if not this exact same effect.
Do I remember like where I was when I was hearing it, or it was
like your first year, so it's been a little while. So it's like, and it was so new. Like you're very well versed in mechanical engineering, okay. But like that was kind of your first introduction to the physical and the metaphysical sort of meeting and being able to be combined, which sort of set you on your path forward. But it's not. There's nothing about, because again, it's not really a sound. It's a consistent sort of pressure feeling. Like you can kind of just feel this vibration pushing out and pulling back in, but it's not making like a discernible noise, like it, you know, like it's actually interacting with anything, at least for the moment.
So guys, I have felt something similar to this when I first got to school. So it's not something that isn't other places. I can't put my finger on what it is.
You heard of it while you heard of it, or you?
I felt it. Like I heard or felt like it. It's weird because it feels like, I mean, you're feeling it. It's like a feeling mixed with a noise. It's like a pressure.
Would then Theodosia potentially know what it is?
Roll me an Arcana check,
if
Theodosia.
This was something he felt in the Tellinian fortress.
No, it's not that he felt it at the fortress. He felt it at. It's like he has experienced a similar effect at school. So this is not like this was not a continual effect in Tellinian fortress. It was like he experienced this in school.
Okay, then perhaps not.
Yeah, no. So yeah, no. Like if you had been in one of those schools at the right time, I'd allow you an Arcana check, but yeah, it's not like this was a universal sort of constant.
Okay, make sure. Are there windows on these doorways?
Nope.
All right.
They have very ornate and old-fashioned keyholes, so you can maybe spy through a keyhole if it's there, but there's no windows or anything.
I don't have any spells. This feels so wrong. I'm like, I need to check my spells, see if I have anything. And I'm just like, I don't.
You don't.
Has nothing.
Get fucked, ex-wizard.
I miss my spells.
It's like, where's my emotional support spellbook? Where's my emotional support wand of magic missiles I didn't use for 4 years?
That's why it was emotional support. She's gonna do just that. She's gonna put her little, just kind of like do a little squat on her little hooves and poke her, like, look through, try to peek through a keyhole.
All right, please roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. We're gonna die in here.
The lowest one was 15, so plus 3, so 18. Aha.
You are able to discern that the room in front of you is at least empty. You see kind of the soft glow of some sort of fire, whether it's in a fireplace or what have you, but there is a stoked and lit fire somewhere in there.
Which means someone was in there lately.
The room is, you can tell the room is empty in front of you, but that's about all you can get. There is light and no sound within.
All right. It looks like at least this one's empty. Did you guys want to try to check out the others, or if you have any other way to? I'm not a magical being. I've got all I've got is this, and she points at the little keyhole and shrugs.
We should probably make sure that there isn't anybody else in here before we spend time, snooping.
Well, there's no one in this room.
No.
The one coming up next. This one, the one she points at the door that she looked through.
It's the room to the left.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us. Why don't we just make sure there's no one else in the other rooms, and then we could each search. Because
Are you suggesting
I
we
feel like
split the party?
well, I feel like we should each go check a door, maybe listen, look.
That's what
Because I don't think we have enough. But I mean, like, we'll all be in the same room. But yeah, if we can, maybe we should. Because we don't really. We want to be as fast as we can in here. We don't want to be dallying.
Do you guys want to peep through the whole keyholes of those rooms, or do whatever it is you do to figure out if a room's empty?
Sure. I take the door on the right.
All right, a perception check, please.
$16.
A similar sort of thing. You can sense that, like, light and sound. There's definitely it's not as well lit as Theo described their room, but you can tell that at least the room in front of you is empty, and there are some candles or sconces lit in there.
Empty.
Excellent. Finian, did you want to check that one?
Oh,
She
yeah, I
points
just-
to the door in front.
I rolled already, so.
Oh,
Well, no,
okay.
Finian, as you actually get to the door, and you're like looking for the keyhole, this is the only door in the room that, when upon closer inspection, it does not have a keyhole, and you give it like a little push, Finian, and you can feel that there is like instead of a lock, there is one of those like drop bars across it, so it can only be opened from the other side.
Well, looks like we're not getting through this one. At least not
Oh,
without force.
wait, that does beg the question. Are the doors we're looking through
None of them are
like
locked?
tries. Oh, none of them are locked?
No, the 2 doors to the left and right are not locked.
But the one that Finian had just looked through is.
He can't even look through it. There's no keyhole to look through.
Yeah.
Oh. Then
Start with one room.
Let's
Leave it
just
with all 3 of us. Go to the other one.
Yeah.
Smart.
Left
All
or
right.
right?
Go to the
Left.
one with. We know. Yeah.
Left. Go this. I know this one's empty.
All right.
Refresh
You
again.
guys enter the left-hand room. You find yourself in a kitchen of sorts. There is a pot of stew sort of bubbling away on a fire in front of you. It's a low fire, so it's been here for a little while. There's another door to the north of the room. A fire is lit in the fireplace. There's some half-eaten like legs of mutton on a table behind you. And there's a door to the south as well that opens to a small room.
Dito's is gonna poke her head into the small room.
It is a storage closet or a pantry of some kind, though very dusty and old. Probably dating back to whatever this place was originally used for many, many years ago. It looks like it's like warehouse storage of like food stuff specifically, but it's all covered in like this, kind of run your hand along the wall. It's covered in this weird thick layer of like this grimy, oily substance, and you're not sure what it is.
Grimy, oily substance.
Can I inspect it?
Yeah, that's what that was. So I was gonna be like, Finian, do you know what you build things? Do you know what this is?
Finian, please roll me a. This would be a. Technically a nature check. I think. Yeah, nature with advantage because it is there. There is a possibility it has a mechanical use. So nature with advantage.
20.
20. It's very similar to other greases and lubricants you have used before, but it's too natural. There's almost a flemminess to it that other oils and like degreasers don't have, but you can tell like there's some sort of, it's a mix of natural and synthetic, but you're not really sure what it is. But at least the oily part, you can tell it's like it's some sort of like you kind of like rub it between your fingers and like you give it like a little lick, and it's some sort of arcane oil used in it's like used in like magical rituals of some kind, or it's used in magic, specifically trying to do what you remember hearing this sound and feeling this feeling, the combination of the magical and the physical. But you've never seen this exact substance before. It's foreign to you, but you've used others like it.
All right, I just kind of relay that it's that like, well, this stuff is normally for the sake of brevity, yeah, it's normally used for, combining magical with the physical, kind of like just general. But this is different. This is I've never used this before.
Why is it covering everything in here? Where is it? She like looks at the ceiling. Is it like seeping from the ceiling, or?
It's not seeping, but now that you like know what you're kind of looking at, it's sort of covering most of the walls. Like it's like almost like a layer of paint almost on all the walls. It's unevenly placed, and like it's like in like one corner of the room, it's sort of like piling in like this weird gloppy mess. But it appears to be, it's being used as some sort of like paint or something along the walls. You're not really sure what.
Could I make an educated guess?
Absolutely, you can make any sort of educated guess you want.
Is there lead in this?
No, it is not lead.
I was gonna say, are they lining the walls with lead?
No, it's not.
To prevent divination.
No, it is not lead.
Okay.
It is. Like, if you touch it yourself, you can feel it's an oily, viscous substance. There's nothing solid about it.
I thought you were trying to do like a chemistry thing, and I was like, "Who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are?"
Do you
There's
think
one person in this group whose
There's only
job
one
that is?
scientist. There's only one scientist in this room.
And it's not you.
Unfortunately,
Not
no. I was
you.
going a much nerdier direction in terms of Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, if this stuff is for combining, like if it's anything like the stuff I've used, it's for combining magical and the physical, but they're covering the whole
Walls.
place in it. Are they trying to?
Should we?
Finian,
This
roll
is
me an
fucking weird.
Finian, roll me an Arcana check, because this is related to stuff you've done.
And this adds on like that. This is weirder than just some like we're just going to store some stuff in here.
One time I roll on something that I'm really good at, and it's like, nah, you roll a 2.
So yeah, you're racking your brain. You're like trying to it's the worst thing, because it's like seeing an actor that you know their name and you've seen them in like a million things. It's like
Literally just having a brain fart.
I know what this is. It's on the tip of your tongue, but it's like you've seen how this is used before, and you can't. It escapes you. but you know it's there. There's something in that noggin of yours. You just got to sort through the files.
And later on at 2 a.m., you sit
I
up in
know.
bed and you're like,
Just-
Chris Pine!
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're gonna sit up. It's like in the middle of the night. Tom Hardy.
They're it's like the castle from Castlevania. They're teleporting it.
Oh my God! Fourth wall break.
Yes, Finian. No, you're Felix. Finian. Vex.
Ha! It's not just me.
Kelly Clarkson.
What if it was a bomb and this is the fallout?
Fallout.
Not like
I'm not following you there.
not like legitimately a bomb, but like there was an explosion and this shit just got everywhere.
In every corner, even through
It wouldn't have gone
doorways?
through different. Yeah, that's what doesn't make
Like,
any sense.
I mean, unless there was one in every room.
This seems more like they're like, especially like, okay,
He was trying to call a fly.
going back to the supposedly far-fetched option here. If this is some sort of cult,
This-
because remember, physical, magical.
Finian is very slowly but surely. It's like, okay, maybe Theo's not crazy.
Maybe it
I'm just
could.
saying-
Look, I just.
I'm not saying I believe in the Easter Bunny, but
Either they're trying to teleport something in here, or they're trying to teleport this place somewhere else, or something of that nature. Because why the fuck would you need to make a building magical? I don't know.
Exactly. If this is just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Felix. Fuck. I hate this. And I hate both of you for naming yourselves with F's.
Or we're just here to find some stolen shit and none of this matters.
Okay, we can debate later. Let's just keep looking.
all right.
You've
explored the
Out of
door.
her cheek, but
You've
no.
explored the door to the south. You have a door to the north, or you can go back the way you came.
Wait, do we need to?
Checking north door.
Oh, we didn't. Did we actually check the room?
Oh no, yeah, the room is just full of the stuff
Okay.
that was described. It's like a kitchen of some kind.
Okay.
The door to the north opens up to a dining hall of sorts and a little bit of a barracks as you walk through the door, Felix. You see a table laid out
Oh,
with
no.
food. There are some beds half made and unused. This room is a little cleaner. There's still the material on the wall, this strange viscous sort of thick oily liquid, but it's not as thick in here.
Can I see what I see on the right? Like the light is letting me see it, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to see it.
Oh, hang on a second. I just need to. Boom.
Just not gonna look.
I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to know what's in there.
Can't see what's in there. Can't see
What's
what's in
that?
there.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing's in that room.
Hold on. Boo, boo, boo.
What if?
There we go. It's fixed.
What if it was a bomb? And the bomb was the people. And all the people in here exploded.
No. So it's something of a barracks, a living quarters.
Finian's completely back to thinking she's crazy.
You were all gonna eat your words.
It's like there's a moment. It's like I mean, I don't believe in the Easter Bunny, but there's some Easter Bunny shit going on, and then it's just like, and Santa works for the government. It's like, okay, no, we're back off this. No, it's like I was there for a moment, and I'm gone again.
Back out.
It's like Santa works for the CIA, and you lost me. But no, it's you see some like sort of like very roughly, there's some bookshelves in the corner that have like a couple of like dusty old tomes on it, some like rotted away books. Those look like they're maybe original. Everything else in here is new
Original
enough.
books?
I mean, they were whatever they were, books that were part of the original storage down here, because the bookshelves are still covered in like dust and cobwebs. They haven't been used very recently.
Theodosia's just gonna quickly like skim over the spines and just get a quick glance at all the titles, like to make sure there's nothing of note.
Roll
or
an
if it's all just,
investigation
like,
check, please.
How to make a box, how to put things in a barrel.
I just wrote in my notes that note to self: Theo is horny for knowledge.
Conspiracy
Horny for
theories.
responsibility.
How to convince friends of conspiracy theories 101.
It's like
Crazy.
starting your own cult for dummies.
Horny for responsibility.
Ready to bust a nut.
Theo,
up in his
an
job.
investigation check, please.
8-foot vertical leap. Investigation, right? I'm not as smart as I was. My investigation is +0.
Oh no.
Investigation used to be one of my highest ones. That's a flat 10.
Nothing there sort of jumps out at you, mainly because most of the spines have rotted away. It's like there's some loose sheets of paper and things like that. You are pretty sure you find like an old manifest from like 30, 40 years ago in there. The only word you can really make out is it looks like it's a shipping manifest of some kind. It was a load of gemstones, and it was a load of gemstones, large pieces of Aftermiria that were shipped from Evercrown to Covenheim to help set up the Mages College with materials. But again, it's an old, it's like, this is like you see the date and it's like dated like 30, 40 years ago. It's very old.
Since I am a scholar of knowledge, I'm also going to be like, see that she notices some books and is like, ooh, what you got there? And I'm gonna go over and check it out.
All right, roll an investigation check, please.
Oh, she like,
Yay, that's a 23.
ooh, he gets cooler books.
You dig around under through the papers and things like that, and you come up with a scrap of paper. It's almost like a scrap of linen, like someone was like scrawling something quickly. I need to check something, actually. It is in a language you can't read.
Nice going, dipshit. Sorry.
Check out this. What is it? Do I even know? Can anybody read this?
I'll
Standing.
take a look. That's not my voice.
I'll pay the rent.
You must pay
Can
the rent.
anybody read? This would be. What would this be? Can anybody read Celestial?
Oof, nope.
No.
Yeah. Then you all look at it. It's a weird scrawl of some kind. You're not 100% certain what it is.
I mean,
Hold on to it for now, I
yes.
guess. We're already stealing.
I can't read it. I mean, 1 second. Wait, can I fucking?
Yeah, I
No,
can
I
only
don't
read
have that.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan.
So I'll pocket that.
Yeah. It feels like I guess from the feel, it feels old. It's probably as you look around, probably the oldest thing in here, but you don't know how old that is. So
Old as balls.
it's like it's old.
We're
as
old money.
balls. Yeah, that kind of ends the room. And Felix, as you kind of like walk up to the door, that's to the on the right hand side of the room. It's similar to the door on the north, in the north of that original square room. You push on it a little bit, and you can feel the bar on the other side. Whoever is here is definitely trying to. It feels now at this point very purposeful, trying to keep you guys out of. Whoever is here is very keen on no one entering the next room.
All right, there was one more room back on the right
think
side.
We think people.
Perhaps. Yeah. Let's go check out the other room. We want to cover all our bases. So who knows, maybe the items we're looking for are in there. Maybe we don't even need to go in that room.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, my thing just keeps freaking out, and I keep having to refresh roll 20 because it keeps deciding. Guess what? This room's gray.
Mine too, and if I click my icon, it seems to fix it.
Yeah, if you guys are dragging your icon, it's going to go grayscale.
Oh,
If you let it, as soon as you set yourself down, it should fix itself.
All right. So no one was in the one right here.
no, ma'am.
All
We
right.
also haven't opened it yet.
Well, I'm inside
mean,
now.
Yeah, it opens not unlike the door. Now back in that square room, it opens not unlike that door to the left. It opens, and you find yourself inside a study of some kind, an office almost. There's, given what you found in the other rooms, this very much feels like it might have been the foreman's office or the record-keeping area of this sort of shipping area. So there's like old papers and pages of things here. There's like rotted away paper and kind of broken up books, and all the bookshelves are empty and like scattered across the floor. The light in here is pretty dim. There is a door to your south as well that looks like it leads into like a similar sort of room as the pantry on the other side, as well as a door to the north of the room that is actually slightly ajar and open.
We're gonna just look through the papers and shit, just real quick, see if there's anything of note. That
All
is
right,
a 26.
Damn.
All of the papers in here, it's nice and simple. There's nothing of value that remains here. They're half burnt or rotted away with moisture. There's, even if you would need like to even pick it up, like you pick up a piece of paper and you feel it, you watch as it disintegrates in your hand. You would need some sort of magic to be able to stabilize and then, get the paper back into a readable state. Holy shit. Okay. I totally got that fly. I snatched him out of midair. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
yeah.
Obama'd his ass.
Okay. Back to the Dungeons and the Dragons.
You're just like, fuck yeah.
Like,
Freaking ninja that shit.
Yep.
You guys remember that interview where Barack Obama caught a fly? Just mid-interview?
I don't remember that one, but
That was like when he was running for president and he was being interviewed and literally there was a fly and he paused and he was just like, and he just snatched a fly out of the air.
Just snatch that.
He just snatched it out of the air and it was just like, what the fuck?
nice. But yeah, you have two doors. Which would you like to go with, south or north?
Let's go south.
I agree.
Do it.
The door is unlocked, and
I
as it
agree with the
swings
twink.
open, it swings open on a oiled
You don't
frame.
know me well enough. Call me a
And
twink.
you walk in. This is definitely a more personal office. There's a bed
Ooh.
there. This has been converted into. It's been converted. The bed is new. The office is old and a little less dusty.
For folks at home, Morgan immediately moved their token onto the bed the second they saw it.
The bard has to bard.
I'm
Bard must
definitely
bard.
low key posing on it too, just like the.
You got the leg cocked. You got the triangle going on, so you're like perfect angles. This room is a little bit more put together. The papers are still rotted and things, but there is a book. There's a ledger of shipments that you can see, and this one is recent. You can see various items being in this ledger being shipped, and it's a strange number of things: random magical items, trinkets, and there appears to be a randomness to what it is. Like one shipment is 50 bales of hay, and then the next shipment is a variety of small carved religious artifacts, and then the next one is one single dragon tooth, and then the next one is, and so like it just goes on and on and on. But there's not much rhyme or reason to the ledger itself, and it's a incredibly odd is an odd number of items, or a strange assortment of items to be shipping.
Interesting.
How does it match up with the list of the 3 items that we're
Yeah.
looking for?
Those are not in there. You flip through several pages and they're not in there.
Okay.
When flipping through it, is there a point where it looks like it gets more random? Like, does it look like there it was pretty steady, and then on this date suddenly?
It's a large book. Like it's a large, very hefty book, like you would find for like a shipping log. But only the like first 15 or so pages are full. So this was freshly started. This is new, and it's like the only new thing in this entire like sort of subterranean layer that you guys have found. So this has been, you can tell right away this has been used recently.
Meanwhile, everything else in here looks like hasn't actually been used at all.
This is
It's almost like it wasn't shipping. It hasn't actually been shipping anything of, I don't know, what's the word? Official nature in a very long time.
Are you surprised there's smuggling here?
No, I'm just.
No,
It's.
Look,
odd.
it just feels. Honestly, I think we should just keep moving. Like this doesn't like it feels. Like
Oh, we
this
will
is just,
die
This is
in
just a
here.
place to just walk through. Like there's nothing here of note.
Theodota with her conspiracies.
Yeah, fucking QAnon. You want to chill out?
Theo's over here like you can like she's like pulling out the big ball of red twine. And it's just like, I wanna do it. It's like she's about to start setting up her Pepe Sylvia wall.
Every
Yeah.
campaign.
Like, let's just keep going. Like
Fine.
we can always bring the authorities back here later, but we need to find something.
Bring the authorities back.
All right.
Hey, someone dragged me.
I have control now. I can do whatever I want.
I have the power.
Oh.
Fine.
Also, Alex, don't forget to control your token.
I thought you were just doing it for me.
Well, because you weren't. Take responsibility for your character.
I don't wanna.
I don't
Yeah, tough.
wanna.
Our local
Um,
petulant child.
The door to the north,
dare you.
as soon as you guys get close, just like you're very like sort of like the air pressure of walking through, it's so lightly on its hinges, it just kind of opens into the next room without a sound. And the sight that greets you, is less than enjoyable. As soon as you step into the room, you see 4 circular, like small raised pools about maybe 3 feet high, full of that same viscous material, but it is much darker, deeper red. And it's more red than it was black. It's smeared on the floor, it's covering the walls. There's the room has a coppery, almost biological smell to it, both antiseptic and rotting at the same time. It's a horrendous combination of smells, but it's also just like that same, like the grimy feeling you kind of get when we're just like kind of in and experiencing the lair itself. It's more here. It's pungent, and
Alright.
you can almost feel it like coating your skin almost, even though you haven't touched anything.
It's another
All
eyeball.
right, now we're back on conspiracy.
Finn's over here just like, oh god damn it.
It just keeps coming.
It's like, god
What
damn
the
it.
fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Is that a person?
Is that a person?
No. By one of the pools you see a bucket with like a
Okay.
label in it. And that is what you see by one of the pools.
Why would they?
I'm gonna walk over to this pool right over her. Why
At
is it
least
dark?
it's
How does
not
it gray
blood.
screen me? How do I undo that? Like,
Refresh or double click on your thingy. I just refresh. I don't know why it's causing that. I just refreshed the whole page, to be honest.
now I don't want to move my person because it's gonna do weird
There's,
shit.
there's another eyeball. If you click on him and then use your arrow keys, you can just like.
Okay, and that won't do anything dumb.
Yeah, that won't do anything dumb.
Okay, so I can be like, haha, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna just walk over to this pool and I'm gonna whip out one of my many vials that I have in my person and I'm gonna take a sample.
All right. You reach down and you are able to fish out a vial. Like as you like kind of stick your hand in, like just like a couple fingers get into the liquid because that's unavoidable, but it's like as you like pull it out, it like resists and fights you a little bit. And as you like are able to pry your fingers away, it's almost like small tendrils of this like viscous substance sort of like hang there in the air for a moment, like fingers reaching out at you before like kind of schlooping and schlorping back into this pool.
Oh. Chlorpy and Chlorpy, is that
Like
you?
it tried to like touch me. Reach out and touch. Finn.
It felt like you. It more felt like it felt like it was trying to hold on more than it should have versus reach out to you.
Like it was trying to like not let go of itself.
Yes, it was concerned about more. It was concerned about its essence being taken more than you were the one taking it. And as soon as you put it in your vial, it goes from like that thick jelly viscousy fluid to almost just liquid immediately as soon as it's contained.
Oh.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this.
Can I make like an
Felix just like,
Arcana check?
I've made a decision.
Now that I've touched it and I've kind of like
yeah.
interacted with it
Arcana.
again, can I make another
Arcana,
check?
Yeah. You can do that.
It's just...
Ooh, that is a 25.
You still don't know what it is, but the feeling you get, there was like a spark of almost electricity in your fingertips that you felt as you touched it. There's something, whatever this liquid is, it's more magical than mechanical.
Okay.
Or at least this concentration of the liquid, because it looks very different than the other stuff. And so instead, like all of the other sort of oil has the oily sort of material has been like more black or like oxidized. This appears to be fresh, whatever it is.
Is... Quick question for the DM.
Yeah.
Based off of stuff we've discussed for Theo's backstory and such, is this stuff familiar?
It's
I can
familiar,
DM
but
you what
not
I mean.
too familiar. But not too not
familiar.
Um,
Goddamn bean dad. I can DM you if you want me to be more specific with it, because I don't want to spoil anything.
yeah, DM me with what you're specifically asking. Because it's possible. There's a plausibility that you might have read something about this.
I know what blood looks like, and this isn't it, right? Just to double check.
It is not blood you have ever seen before. It's biological. That much is certain. There is a biological element to it, but this is not any blood that you have ever seen.
I am not thrilled with the way you phrased that. I just mean, like, that leaves potential blood adjacent things on the menu, and I don't think I
mean,
love
a
that.
lot of things are blood adjacent, Morgan. To be fair, many liquids are blood adjacent.
Fucking awful.
No, it's not like it doesn't. You can tell it's not blood. Blood doesn't oxidize in the same way.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to my DMs?
No, to Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Talking to my DMs. Talk into my DMs. Don't slide in.
It is a similar consistency to your thing, Hannah, but it is not the same thing in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. Well, Theodosia has a moment of like staring at it where she kind of like touches her neck, but like looking at it and poking it, she shakes her head.
I was gonna accuse you of being a vampire,
So-
but
So guys, whatever this is, it's magical in some nature. And it
Well-
also doesn't like letting go of itself, or at least that's what it felt like.
Are you saying it's alive?
I don't like the idea of that, but it could be, yeah. I mean, if we could figure out maybe what might hurt it, we could see if it tries to preserve itself.
Is there...
Instead of picking a fight with not blood, what we could do is the fucking thing we came here for.
Are you...
I
well,
really don't give a shit about weird oil in the ground. What I want is to get paid. So I think we should find the shit that we're looking for.
How dare you be born in America and say you don't care about oil in the ground? That's
How
our
dare you.
goddamn birthright.
You goddamn communist.
How dare you? All we
We're not in
care
America
about is
right now.
oil. It's like
We
oil.
just found oil.
That
It's
shit mine.
oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go.
Well, no, it's like as soon as you say it's like I don't care about oil, you hear the choppers overhead. Fortunate Son starts playing. In the distance, you hear the Marine horn sound. Anyway,
Look, fine.
Open
just,
the country.
All you care about is fucking
Stop
money.
having it
I
be
like this
closed.
kind of just under my breath.
yeah.
There's really nothing they could do. So
There is only one other door in this room. It's the one to the east, and it's got a similar construction to the other two doors you've seen, the locked ones. But as you guys like look
My
at it,
brother in Christ. That's west.
oh, I'm sorry, west. That is west. I'm dumb. I think I meant to
Love
say
you.
left, and I somehow confused the two. It is the door to the west on the left-hand side of the room, and as you approach it, you can tell immediately because you've seen two of these doors before. You can see a crack of light, meaning the door was not fully closed and locked.
this one is open.
This one is open, and as you approach it, I would like everybody to roll a perception check, please.
This is where we get fucked.
Wiggity, goddamn it!
Theodosia's
I'm really interested in that shit.
Theodosia has one hand like on her her maul that's attached to her back as they're approaching it, just in case.
18.
Also, I rolled-
18.
Perception plus 3, 15.
15. Finian?
3.
Finian, you're right. It's just like you're still just staring at this pool. It's like it's the actor feeling again. It's like I fucking know this.
Do not eat
Why
the
am I a moron?
Do
It's
not
like-
eat it.
It's like you're smarter than this. You're like staring at the vial. It's like Finn, you're smarter than this. Come on, you've done this
Yeah.
before. Theodosia and Felix, you hear that same sort of vibration sound finally becomes more audible and not a feeling, and you can hear like a both a whoosh and then a vroom, vroom, vroom. And the light on the door is like pulsing a like sort of like rainbow sort of symphony of colors. And it finally sort of hits, and then you hear like a little snap and a crackle as the whomping sound stops, and you hear just what sounds like a very slow but consistent like whirlpool of water, almost in the other room.
Ladies first.
Such a great term, thwomping sound.
Theodosia pushes the door open and peeks inside.
All right. And as you step inside, you see as the door swings open, all of you will see this. And I'll just put you here so you can actually see the room. You see a square room with you see a square room 55 feet by 60 feet. In the center of the room is a lowered sort of pit almost that has a stone circle in its center. Within that pit is more of this viscous red fluid, this oil-like substance that is subtly and softly glowing this red, like a strange red light. And within the stone circle set within this pit is a multicolored rainbow portal of magical energy that you can just tell, and you can now tell what that sound was, has just opened and is slowly rotating in the center. Within the room, you see 3 figures, all cloaked in robes of black, gold, and red. They all have symbols on their on their breast that you can't really make out from here, and you can see one of them wrapped in a larger, more elaborate cloak, holding their hand out with a magical energy sort of pulsing in it. And as soon as the door opens, they see all of you. And does anyone here speak Draconic?
Yes.
Yes.
Me
Okay,
and Felix do.
Finian, you hear just like garbled, sort of like rough, guttural, like Drasmak Tukala. And Felix and Theodosia, it's like you just hear intruders, prevent them from stopping the ritual. And that is where we are going to end our session for today. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Hands her friends some tinfoil hats.
Theodosia just like turns around, like it's just ignoring them. It's just like, I fucking told you.
It's like Theodosia slowly raises both arms above her head, just like, I was right.
Say it. Say it.
Say it. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you.
Over my dead body.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social media channels at Dances with Dice. When you use the hashtag DWDcast and DWDart, we will use you as named NPCs in the show. Thank you all so much for joining us, and join us every single Tuesday for new episodes of Dances with Dice.